we've been enjoying our series on workplace communication skills. Now, if you're just tuning in or you haven't yet, this whole series was really created because at the National Conflict Resolution Center, we created a workplace communication toolkit that's free to download. And so if you haven't yet and you want to, please go online at the website provided and go download this free workplace communication toolkit. Now, each week we've been going through a different section of the toolkit and focusing on some skills from that section. And today what we're going to talk about is the art and science of high performance teams. And this is something that we get asked about a lot at the National Conflict Resolution Center. How do I create a high-performing team, a team that really utilizes all of the elements needed to be at their best, their maximum output? And so if you look at the toolkit, you'll see that there are a number of things that we have found all high-performing teams have. There are a number of things that we have found exist in high performance teams. And I'm going to tell you about two of them today in this video. One of the things that we've found that we especially love to talk about is that high performing teams manage conflict effectively. And so, this might make a lot of sense. You might say, well, obviously they would. But when we work with various businesses who perhaps don't have policies in place to manage conflict early on, to try to manage conflict before it escalates to a point where it's really a problem, we go back to this statistic. We go back to this fact that high-performing teams tend to manage conflict effectively. And that usually doesn't mean waiting until it's gotten to a really critical point. Usually it means managing it early, having systems in place where leadership and staff themselves know how to communicate in ways where conflict doesn't get to that point where it needs formal resolution. Another thing that we see in high-performing teams is that they always have clear goals and expectations. So if you are a leader, or even if you are a colleague working with other people, there is just no underestimating how important setting clear expectations and having clear goals is for a team. That way, everyone comes into the situation knowing what to expect. Everyone comes into the situation with the same understanding of one another, of how things are going to go. And that really helps people streamline. It really helps folks to work together collaboratively. So that's another really important skill of high performance teams. So those are just two pieces of about 8 that we have outlined on the page on high performing teams. So again, go download that toolkit if that's something that's interesting to you. And just like every page of the toolkit, there's also a full-on workshop on the art and science of high-performing teams. And so if that's something that you think would benefit your organization, give us a call. Let us know. We'd love to chat with you. We'd love to collaborate with you and bring that to your workforce to help create a really high-performance team there.